Hi, how you doing? What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? Look, when Trump became president, it was devastating, but it was funny. It was incredibly funny how a mindless thug became president. It was funny. Now it's not so funny. As a matter of fact, it's not funny at all. It's seriously horrible. He's made it very clear. Either you're with him or you're his enemy. You're supposed to be the president. This man has no compassion whatsoever. He doesn't have any compassion. The only time he says anything compassionately is when he's reading the prepared words of compassionate words off of a teleprompter. But when he's speaking off the top of his head, and I put that head in quotes, there's no compassion at all. It's like someone who commits a crime, who absolutely never admits that they did anything wrong. It's incredible. He went to California. Paradise, California is no more. It's just burned out woods. The homes are gone. Thousands upon thousands of homes are gone. Near 80 people died. Over 100 still missing. Trump goes there, stands in the middle of the forest, and says, if you raked up the leaves, this wouldn't have happened. What, you uncompassionate little piece of crap? As you stand in the middle of a forest where people have just lost their lives? Are you serious? Make America great again. Rake America great again. Donald, shut up. Just shut up. Getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and insulting people through tweets is not what the president's supposed to do. And if this is the new thing that the president does, we got problems. Donald Trump has spent 1/3 of his time in office, of his days in office, playing golf. Check it out. Google machine that. 1/3 of his days in office have involved playing golf. And yet, during the campaign, I remember him saying, I won't have time to play golf. I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot of things to correct here. This man has never visited a war zone as president or otherwise. He's never gone to visit the soldiers in active soldier areas. And he said it's because it's too dangerous. You can't even lay a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldiers on Veterans Day. You can't even, when you're in Paris, take a drive with the other leaders of the world to honor those that lost their lives in World War I and World War II as our allies lost these tremendous heroes. Trump doesn't go because it was raining out too hard. I could go on for 17,000 hours with the ridiculous, senseless, uncompassionate motives of this thug who will attack you and bring you down if you dare say anything against him, or if you are not his protector. It's amazing. It's a monarchy. He comes into office, hires his daughter and her husband to work in the White House on world affairs, national and international affairs. These people don't know anything about that. It's a monarchy. It's a joke. It's amazing that we're not in any type of incredible international conflict. We are. It's amazing it hasn't flared up to the point of engagement. During the 2016 midterm elections, not long ago, Trump said, watch out for the caravan. They're crossing into the southern borders of Mexico, and they're going to hit the northern borders. I'm sending active troops. Active troops. 15,000 of them. 1,500, 15,000, I have no idea how many. It doesn't make any difference. It's a couple of zeros to him. He sends them down there to secure our border. This so-called caravan of horrible people, even Middle Easterners, I mean, he just makes this stuff up. It's not true. They couldn't arrive at our border for another month easily, at best. Trump sends troops down immediately to show that he can flex his muscles with an election coming up in a few days. The election takes place. I don't think he does very well. Here it is a few days before Thanksgiving. Guess what's going to happen? Trump's bringing the troops home for Thanksgiving. Why did you send them there to begin with? You used them as political pawns. You used our military, our active military, as political pawns so you could win an election, or at least your Republican friends could, those that support you. The man is out of control. And again, as I said a few days ago, watch the unraveling. It's beginning to occur. It's like that disgusting bloody cloth coming off of a mummy. And inside will be exposed this mummified piece of crap. And I know you're not supposed to speak to your president, speak about your president like that. But the man is what he is. And he is not capable of change, compassion, understanding of the Constitution, any love for this country. The only love this man shows is for himself. Don, your ego got the best of you this time, and all you did, instead of draining the swamp, was drowning in it, because your swamp got deeper, and you made it deep. Now, let's talk about the use of crayons on colored paper.
On the air everywhere, this is New England Broadcasting.
Welcome to the Ron Van Dam Show. Hold on tight. Things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
If you have an orange crayon and you're coloring on orange...
Whatever.
Morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Thank you, everybody.
Sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, whatever your liquid libation may be in the morning, and join us as we take a look at the world around us. As much as it's a pleasure to be with you, the pleasure is actually all yours. And now, here's your host, Ron Van Dam.
Thank you very much, Jules. Welcome to the program. How are you today? Good to be with you. You're some of my favorite people. I can't. I'm sorry. Oh, man. If you have an orange crayon and you're coloring on an orange piece of paper, where's that going to get you? That's the point I wanted to make. Is it analogous to anything I'm talking about? No, I'm just saying. Teach your kids. Don't use an orange crayon on an orange piece of paper. Oh, man. Just like Donald Trump. Don't use an orange crayon on your face. No one will see it. Ouch, that hurt. Speaking of elections, this is a funny little story. I find it humorous. You probably won't. As you know, Rhode Island is a very, very small state. I can hold it in my hand. There's a lot of people who live in Rhode Island, but it's a very small state. Apparently, Precinct number 2807 in Providence, Rhode Island, Providence being the capital and main city in Rhode Island. A lot of people live there. But it's divided into precincts. Somehow, apparently, someone didn't know how to divide very well. Precinct 2807 in Providence, Rhode Island, has 14 registered voters. What? Now, either there's like thousands of people that live in the precinct, but none of them, almost none of them have registered to vote, which is pitiful. But there's only 14 registered voters in that precinct in Rhode Island. In 2016, which was not 2016, 2018, which was like a few days ago, that midterm election, the midterms, nobody voted. There was a voting booth, a voting machine. Nobody came in. not even to go to the bathroom. That was the big story in Rhode Island. Come to find out, this is the news. Come to find out that one person did show up, but apparently nobody really noticed. And so there was one vote cast, they do believe. Perhaps it was a pre-voting kind of thing. I really don't know. But congratulations to that precinct, Precinct 2807, Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you for your vote. Every vote counts, especially when it's the only one. Oh, my God. What kind of country is this? What kind of country is this? Here's a little tidbit of information that you won't care about in the very least. Were you alive in 1939? If you were, why are you wasting your time listening to this show? Don't you have more important things to wrap up? Here's what happened. Thanksgiving used to be celebrated on the last Thursday in November. That's the way it was forever. In 1939, they changed that to the third Thursday of the month. This year, Thanksgiving is practically like in the middle of the month. It's the 22nd, which is like almost in the middle of the month. Ron, what's your point? I have none. This all relates to if you have an orange crayon. All right, never mind. Never mind about that. There's, in some cities, just in time for the big shopping season, there is a robot company which has come up with an incredible idea, and it's being used in some locations this holiday season. It's a gate that pops up in a parking space, and you go online, and you can reserve this parking space for a certain time, and during that time, this gate will pop up so that no one can park in that space. The gate is somehow attached to the parking space. I don't know why you can't just wheel it off. I have no idea. I'm just reporting it. I didn't make it. It's a gate that collapses, and you can use it any time. But if someone reserves that space ahead of time and pays for it ahead of time online, this gate will automatically pop up from a lying position to a standing position, and nobody can park there unless it's you arriving at the time you said you were going to arrive. And then there's a code to make the gate collapse, and you can park in the space. Yeah, like this won't cause any fights. Right? This is perfectly fine. I mean, seriously, you got to understand something. During the holiday season, people are so kind and have a happy holiday. Have Merry Christmas. Merry, Merry, Merry. Love is in the air. But when it comes to parking spaces, all bets are off. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Don't take my space, you bastard. Have a happy holiday, though. Yeah, it's polar opposite stuff. People fight over parking spaces. They will physically fight, lose their lives even, defend a parking space that's not even theirs, simply because they saw it first and began pulling into it. It will cause incredible harm and injury to both cars and people. And that's the holiday spirit that we all enjoy. Hey, all bets are off when it comes to merchandise, man. All bets are off. You can love your neighbor, you can love your family, but all bets are off when it comes to merchandise and money. No. That's where we draw the line. No holiday makes that a mute point at all. God. In Northampton, Massachusetts today, marijuana goes on sale. Yep. Massachusetts 2 years ago passed a referendum ballot thing saying that they wanted marijuana legalized in Massachusetts, recreational marijuana, which is marijuana you smoke while you're playing basketball, apparently. And now there's a couple of stores in Massachusetts that are opening today, and they sell marijuana. You walk in there, you stand online, and you buy yourself some marijuana. Not in large quantities. I mean, it's not like a Costco or a BJ's wholesale. Like you walk in, yeah, give me 73 pounds of marijuana, please. That's the only way Costco sells it. No, these are little stores, kind of little, and you walk in and you can get a small amount of marijuana in various ways, shapes, and forms. And I assume some of the paraphernalia as well. Many of these locations also grow their own pot in the back, like craft beer. This craft pot, I guess. Crock pot. Here's the funny part. They believe they're going to sell out rather immediately. Can you imagine going down the marijuana store, first day opening, figuring, well, maybe there'll be some opening day prizes. And you get in there and you stand online. It's about 20 people deep. It's like getting Star Wars tickets. You get to the front of the line, you get up to the counter, and you say, okay, I'd like a quarter ounce of marijuana, please. I'm sorry, we're all sold out. What? See, but you don't get violent, you just get extremely mellow. Sold out, man, that's a bummer. You don't mind if I just stay here until you get more in, because, I don't know which car is yours, man, but I'm going to go key it someday. I'm just, so mellowed out here, man. I want recreational marijuana because I'm planning to run the marathon high, and that's for recreational purposes. The Massachusetts State Police remind you during this holiday season and every day that you cannot smoke marijuana and drive. You cannot be high and drive your car. It's the same rules as alcohol. You can't be high and you can't be drunk and you can't be impaired. Impaired is the word. You cannot be impaired. If you do, you'll get a citation as if you were driving drunk. How do you prove it? Very, very tough. Is there a breathalyzer for marijuana? Not that I know of. Is it difficult for the cops to prove that you're... No, not really. See, all these cops, now they have body cams, especially in Massachusetts and other states as well, certainly. So it's not like it's your word against theirs. You're on video. anyway. So if your window opens because you're stopped by an officer and smoke comes pouring out of your car, and it's not because your engine is overheating, you're probably smoking pot. Oh, no, officer, I'm just smoking cigarettes. Well, that's a very strange smelling cigarette you got going there, babe. I was against the legalization of marijuana for this very reason. I know that alcohol is legal in certain circumstances, not in your car. And we put up with that. But as a result of driving drunk, we get into auto accidents that are plentiful, deadly, and horrible. This doesn't help. But Ron, I'm talking to myself. But Ron, you don't understand. When you're high, you're more paranoid. You think every car behind you is a cop, so you're not going to be speeding. No, you're right. You're going to be traveling in a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. You're going to be going about 5 miles an hour. I get that. Here's the problem with marijuana. It takes a long time to find the brakes. It does. Did you ever drive high? I'm sure you have. You've got to admit, you got your foot on the gas, you're tooling down the road at a fine speed. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, a kid runs into the road, a car hits the brakes. You know your foot doesn't find the brake pedal that quickly when you're high on marijuana. It sometimes takes a week to find the brake pedal. You know that your reaction time when you're high is like done. It's not there. There is no reaction time because your foot can't find the brake pedal. You're going to have to get out of the car and get a flashlight to find that thing. Your reflexes are very poor. Oh, Ron, my reflexes are great when I'm high. Okay, fine. Whatever. So I was against the legalization of marijuana. You can smoke in your home as much as you want. I don't really care what you do in your home. You can fuck a goat in your house. I don't care. I mean, I might get a clue if you start bringing goats home on Saturday night. I mean, but like, do I care? No. I don't care what restroom you use. I don't care about those things. Whatever you do in your home is fine. Just don't make it loud and don't let me know about it. You can smoke marijuana in your house. I don't care. The goat thing, I don't know. We might have to talk about it. But the marijuana, whatever. But as soon as you take that marijuana and you go, I mean, you're going to stand on your lawn and drink a whole bottle of Doers. I might have something to say about that. Yeah, you're on your property, but you're an asshole, so you should be able to be arrested for being an asshole. There should be an ordinance in every town and city. You can arrest an asshole. I mean, I really, you don't fit in society. You're not supposed to be an asshole. You should be arrested accordingly. Should there be a stiff fine for being an asshole? Yeah, death. I think only death. Isn't it the Bible that says if you commit adultery, in other words, if you have an affair or start flirting with another person while you're married, that was punishable by death? You still want to follow the Bible down to the letter? Well, not that part, Ron. Oh, I see. The other stuff, yeah, not that part, though. That part might have been a little extreme, even back then. If I commit adultery, it's punishable by death. That's a little much. Not back then. That was how they controlled the population. If you talk to a person of the opposite sex in a flirting manner, you're going to start losing some limbs rather quickly. It's punishable. Don't covet your neighbor. And I have no idea why they use covet. Because no one uses covet anymore. Most people don't know what covet even means or what a covet is. So let's stop doing that Bible stuff because it's so outdated. The words aren't even used anymore. I've talked enough. You've been so patient with me today. I'm really thankful.
You are listening to The Ron Van Dam Show, the podcast world's version of painful itching and swelling. You know they sell a cream for that, right? It's over the counter. Works really well. I've had to use it a lot.
All right, Courtney Hansen is at the Vegas Auto Show.
Hi, Ron.
Hey, Courtney, how you doing today?
I'm tired but good. How are you?
Tired but good. Me too. I'm tired but good as well, actually. Courtney is the host of History Channel's The Ride That Got Away, and she's an auto expert, author of The Garage Girl's Guide to Everything You Need to Know About Your Car. And today it's a especially fitting situation. I understand you're in Las Vegas.
Yes, I'm here in Las Vegas at the SEMA Show 2018.
Do they have slot machines on the actual convention floor?
Thank God, no.
Okay, good. Okay. All right.
But they've got a lot of other cool things.
Yeah. You're surrounded by interesting automobile innovations, I assume.
Yes, the latest and greatest of 2019.
Fantastic.
It's pretty exciting.
Okay, well, you're going to be our eyes and ears here because we can't be there because we're tired. But
well, I'm surrounded by tires, and I'm tired too.
oh, nice one. So tell me what's in your field of vision there.
Well, there's a lot going on at SEMA 2018. One thing that I'm really impressed by is Kia's world debut of the 2020 Forte GT. This thing puts out more than 200 horsepower, turbocharged, it has innovative rear suspension, a growling exhaust, straight from the factory to the show floor. It has race-inspired visual upgrades and all these premium amenities, and it comes in 5 different trim levels. So I love that car.
Wow, okay. Are most of the cars that you're seeing there, are they actually available for sale, or are they for the near future?
A lot of them are custom cars that won't be available for sale, but a lot of them are going to be available for sale in 2019 and 20.
Wow. Okay. What are some of the trends that are coming out for future car availability?
Oh gosh, there are so many trends. It's all about customizing. I'm seeing a lot of off-road Jeeps. I'm seeing a lot of trucks. The coolest vehicle at the show, hands down, is Ken Block's Una truck that he did in collaboration with Toyo Tires. This thing is fierce. It puts out 900 horsepower, more than 900. It has Toyo Proxima tires. It has a twin turbocharged V6. It's going to be the star of Gymkhana 10, which premieres in December. And if you haven't seen Gymkhana 1 through 9, I highly recommend checking those out on YouTube.
Okay. A lot of power in that truck.
A lot of power in that truck, and it looks so cool.
Well, that's in case you have to haul an elephant or something?
Yeah, exactly. Or a whole lot of gear.
Okay. On the road all over the country, we're seeing a lot of the SUV things and all different, sizes and types of SUVs. Does that reflect at the show, or are they going in a different direction?
Yeah, I mean, you see a bit of everything here. There's truly something for every auto enthusiast, every car lover out there. You're seeing cars and trucks and small compact cars and SUVs and massive trucks and off-road vehicles. You see a little bit of everything.
Okay. Now, for you look at these things, and we don't have these cars on the road in our garages, etc. But how can we, take the cars that we have and make them look better and soup them up a bit?
The easiest way to add performance and a great look to your car is with a new set of tires. I'm surrounded here by Toyo Tires, and they have something for every car and truck and SUV and CUV, and of course they outfitted Ken Block's Una truck. I recommend going with a killer set of tires. And Christmas is right around the corner. Why not?
Apparently, yeah, it is around the corner. I can see it. But yeah, it's amazing how tires do. The ride is completely different sometimes. People don't think along the lines of just how luxurious a ride can be on a good set of tires.
It's so true, but they make all the difference.
Yeah, they do. Especially when you have bad tires, that's really the bad difference.
Yeah,
That's
no kidding.
for sure. Okay. So what other things are exciting you there besides the cars? No, I'm car-wise.
It's just overload for gearheads. I mean, it's heaven. I'm immersed in the sea of the most gorgeous cars on the planet, and I also love seeing all the automotive world celebrities and my friends and sponsors, and I'm here promoting my new show, which is going to be premiering in January on History Channel.
Wow.
So I'm really excited about that.
Okay, and so that's in January, and is there a website that we can go to, first of all, to get more information about what's going on at the SEMA show, but also how to follow the things you're doing in the shows?
Yeah, so you can go to semashow.com. You can also check out toyotires.com, and my website is CourtneyHansen.com.
Perfect.
And it's Hansen.
Yeah. Now, do they have breakfast there for you?
I haven't eaten yet, but they have donuts and fruit and coffee and all kinds of good stuff.
Wow. It's kind of like 4 o'clock in the morning there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Early bird gets the sneak peek at all the coolest cars.
Wow. You know, it might be fun if you can find hot dogs there, because I love hot dogs whenever you go out to a convention center or a ballpark. But no, it makes a very cool breakfast.
I'll be looking.
All right, Courtney.
All right.
Hey, thanks. We'll talk soon. Thanks.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Courtney Hansen. Fun with cars. Fun with cars with Courtney Hansen. Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of time for today. Yeah, I know. Couldn't come too soon. I know it. You don't have to say it out loud. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new show. I hope you join me then. It could be fun, or it could be horrible. I don't know. Anything can happen. Hopefully on the better side. But until we do meet again, I wish you peace.